to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hofrichter to kick off. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Logan. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down now, it's Logan. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 38. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
They'll run it here with Logan. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
1st and 10.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run with Jackson out of the gun. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
Number 22, Justin.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. On 2nd down, it's Jackson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Herbert now. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, the 40, 30, 10,
they're not even trying to do anything.
And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Sets up
that pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Well, solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, perfect.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy. Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
On second down now, it's Logan, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half, as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. His 3rd interception. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Falcons 24. Chargers nothing. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth. He smiles around smiling.
And happy.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get that complete to Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
At the 48-yard line.
Again, Herbert. Those passes intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right. That's caught inside the 20. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. This time Ryan will throw. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Matt Ryan now 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Falcons continue to pour it on.
Lining up for the point after.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get to goal. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Well, indeed, try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 9-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. First down and much more here for Jones. And all the way up to the 46. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
It's a gain of 17.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. Oh, my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Todd Gurley, the ball carrier.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
Falcons.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a handoff for Gurley. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He was brought down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
That one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Charger drive about to get going. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
More yards.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
They run on 1st down with Jackson. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he takes it in for the Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
And he's got it as the score is now 31-7.
Makes the score Falcons 31, Chargers 7. Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. now for Gurley. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Nasir Adderley on the tackle. It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
A gain of 4 yards. First down.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On the counter, Gurley. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Gurley, the ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 11. Ryan. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The Falcons send out their punter. They'll boot it away from about his 35. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now, the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there. And it's 2nd down. Here's Jackson. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they work this out past the 25. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. Open man is Reed. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The end result, 21 yards.
That's another Chargers 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Jackson. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
brings up second.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now left side on the swing pass. Powering his way forward. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 23. 22 yards there, a first down.
At the 23-yard line.
Herbert on first down now. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Chargers first down.
They'll set up the screen here to Justin Jackson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. To the air again, Herbert. They'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it third and goal now as they try to punch in a late touchdown. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And here just playing for pride at this point. Down big, but they'll go for it on fourth and goal. They snap it to Herbert. That's going to be caught by Reed. Touchdown, Chargers. Joe Reed hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit. Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the two-point try. Herbert back to the air. He's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game.
Chargers 15. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Credit Melvin Ingram, able to get into the backfield and make the stop. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And good pursuit yet again by the Chargers as they stuff him behind the line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he's able to get it out of there. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. First down, it's Herbert. That's caught by Jackson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And this is complete. It's Allen. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They got 29 yards that time.
1st and goal.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Herbert. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. They'll come out in the pistol. Herbert throwing again. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Well, they knew a lot of steps had to happen here. They got step 1, the touchdown. You need a 2-point conversion here, don't you?
You do, and as you continue to look ahead, if they're able to get that, somehow get the ball back and get another score, they have to go for 2 again. That's why teams are practicing multiple 2-point plays.
We saw that Super Bowl 51 with the Patriots getting a pair of big 2-point conversions. So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2. Herbert. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. And that one is incomplete. It stops the clock now with 15 seconds remaining.
Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ryan heads down to a knee, and that should wrap this one up.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, You think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Atlanta, it's a rare bright spot as they move to 3-10 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.